In the calmness of a gentle morning, I embarked on a journey to explore a profound idea: the one type of man every woman respects. Walking along sunlit streets, I observed quiet moments that revealed his true character. Not through loud proclamations or grand gestures did he command admiration, but through small acts of genuine kindness and steadfast integrity. His presence was felt in how he carried himself with an easy confidence, a respectful nod to both strength and sensitivity. In that serene space, everyday encounters and subtle interactions wove together a picture of authenticity that captured my attention. I began noticing this appreciation in diverse contexts, from fleeting glances of acknowledgement in bustling markets to quiet exchanges in neighborhood parks. Each moment spoke of a man grounded in his values. It became clear that respect is earned through actions that embrace vulnerability as much as fortitude. Observing these nuances stirred a realization that genuine connections are cultivated by those who remain true to themselves amidst life's challenges. This reflective journey uncovered layers of character, where modest strength met gentle empathy, creating a balance that many overlook. As I continued on my path, the importance of living with sincerity and purpose resonated more deeply than any fleeting popularity. Today, I wish to share this insight through a narrative that combines personal observations with broader reflections, inviting listeners to look beyond the surface and appreciate the quiet courage of authenticity. Each step on this journey offers a lesson in honor and compassion, urging us to reconsider what truly earns respect in our ever-changing world. I welcome you to reflect upon these thoughts and join me as we delve deeper into the art of true respect, where every quiet act speaks volumes and builds a legacy of sincerity with heartfelt passion. Looking at broader society, I found that the way we perceive respect is shaped by everyday interactions and cultural narratives. I wandered through city streets and quiet neighborhoods, noticing that respect is not bestowed only by titles or wealth, but flows from the simple act of being present and true. The streets buzzed with the energy of diversity, each individual adding a unique note to the symphony of life. Amid the hum of urban life, I observed a gentleman steadily assisting an elderly neighbor across a busy intersection. His calm, deliberate manner spoke to a character refined by patience and understanding. In small community gatherings, I saw similar behavior, subtle yet meaningful interactions where a quiet smile or a reassuring nod conveyed a well-earned respect. This scene was not isolated but echoed across time, rooted in traditions that once prized chivalry and honor. Over time, however, these traditions had evolved into a more comprehensive appreciation for both strength and tenderness. Watching these moments, it became clear that the picture of respect today integrates the old with the new, a delicate balance between tradition and modern sensibilities. As I strolled through varied landscapes, from vibrant urban centers to peaceful rural settings, I gathered tales and observations that collectively painted a vivid picture of respect in our current context. Each vignette in this journey, whether in a moment of solidarity or a random act of kindness, contributed to a broader understanding of how the world perceives and honors genuine character. In these observations, respect emerged as a living, breathing quality, a quality nurtured by empathy, resilience, and the courage to stand by one's convictions in an ever-changing social landscape. Continuing onward, I recognize that respect is not merely static. It is a living quality shaped by every honest gesture. Each step along the path revealed acts of kindness, unwavering determination, and a balance of strength and gentleness. The humble scenes unfolding around me spoke volumes, confirming that true respect flows from sincerity and a heartfelt commitment to one's values. These moments enriched my understanding, reminding me to cherish and embody respect in every interaction, indeed profoundly. In this part of my journey, I turned my focus to the very traits that define the man who earns unwavering respect from women. I observed that his confidence is never brash or ostentatious, but rather a quiet assurance that blooms from deep self-awareness. Each action he takes, from the way he listens attentively to the considered way he responds, reflects an underlying authenticity. In his demeanor, there is a harmonious blend of assertiveness and gentleness, a balance that invites trust and admiration. I watched him navigate challenging situations with a calm resolve, never allowing obstacles to shake his core beliefs. His integrity stood firm, evident in how accurately he honored his promises and upheld his values, even when no one was watching. There was an unspoken code in his actions, one that valued truth over convenience and authenticity over pretense. As I observed these traits, it became clear that the respect he commands is not about dominating a conversation or seeking attention, but about exhibiting steady principles through everyday gestures. A kind word spoken at the right moment, a shared smile in a crowded room, and the subtle, unwavering support he offers in times of need, all these actions coalesce into a character that is deeply admirable. It was evident that his muscles of character were built not solely from successes, but from learning through failures, showing resilience and humility in equal measure. Every quiet gesture, every moment of honest reflection, wove together an intricate tapestry of respect that resonated both deeply and broadly. Women, and indeed all who crossed his path, noticed this blend of strength and vulnerability. In this comprehensive view, the admired traits of confidence, kindness, and integrity stood out not as isolated rings of value, but as interconnected threads forming a strong, reliable fabric. A fabric that speaks both of noble intentions and of the courage to live authentically. I reflected further on these qualities, realizing that every small act added depth to his character. The way he upheld his beliefs under pressure, responded to challenges with thoughtful solutions, and prioritized the well-being of others over mere personal gain, all contributed to a portrait of a man who inspires trust. His respectful manner was not forced, but a natural outgrowth of his inner peace and self-respect, an example to everyone who witnesses his actions. During one ordinary afternoon, I found myself in a situation that would forever alter my perspective on respect. I was sitting in a small-town park, observing the interplay of shadows and sunshine, when a man caught my attention. His actions were quiet, yet imbued with a powerful grace. In a simple moment of need, he paused to help a stranger who had stumbled, offering his steady support without a hint of self-importance. The scene unfolded with natural fluidity, leaving an indelible mark on my memory. It was as if time slowed down, allowing the subtle elegance of his character to be fully appreciated. I watched as he smoothly transitioned from a state of contemplation to a moment of active kindness. In the midst of the park's gentle vibrancy, his empathy resonated with authenticity, drawing admiration not through flashy words, but through sincere action. This personal encounter reminded me that respect is not reserved for grandiose heroes, but is earned in everyday gestures. The simplicity of his approach, paired with a visible strength that was both supportive and humble, highlighted the quiet dignity that comes from being true to oneself. His compassionate demeanor, which was evident even in the smallest details, a careful hand on a shoulder, a compassionate glance, and an assured smile, spoke volumes about his inner resolve and respect for others. That day, witnessing his natural ability to connect and care, I felt compelled to reconsider my own understanding of respect. It was a gentle, honest reminder that such qualities are not rare gems, but are woven into the fabric of everyday life, waiting to be seen and appreciated by those willing to look beyond the surface. This encounter continued to inspire me long after that afternoon, reinforcing the timeless value of genuine respect in my heart. Indeed, profoundly. I took a closer look at the nuances behind the characteristics of the man who garners respect. It became evident that his strength was not simply physical or overtly displayed. Instead, it was an internal fortitude that allowed him to face setbacks with calm endurance. I saw in him a steadfast determination that shone through during moments of adversity, where he stood firm as a pillar of support to those around him. His resilience was evident in quiet decisions that spoke louder than any verbal claim of might. It was as if his internal compass guided him steadfastly, even when the storm of life raged around him, reminding everyone that true strength comes from within. Integrity, too, played a central role in shaping his character. I observed him honor his moral commitments with a consistency that left little room for doubt. Every decision he made, no matter how small, was aligned with an unwavering sense of what was right. It was his honesty, even when it was inconvenient, that built a foundation of trust, one upon which relationships could reliably stand. Alongside strength and integrity, empathy was woven into the fabric of his being. His compassionate nature enabled him to connect with others on a deeply personal level. I witnessed him extend understanding in situations that demanded more than just logical responses. There was a warmth in his approach that affirmed the human need for connection and kindness. While moments of vulnerability occasionally surfaced, they were met with an air of self-assurance and maturity. Instead of diminishing his stature, these moments enriched his character, adding layers of relatability and depth. His actions confirmed that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but a courageous step toward authentic human connection. As I pieced together these observations, it became clear that the interplay of strength, integrity, and empathy forms the cornerstone of genuine respect. Every deliberate gesture, every choice made in moments of crisis, contributed to a legacy built on trust and heartfelt conviction. In this intricate balance, I recognize that respect is not a singular, isolated quality. It is a mosaic of values that come together to shape a complete and admirable human being. The fabric of his character was reinforced by humility, a modest acknowledgement of his own limitations, and a continuous effort to grow and learn. This comprehensive blend of qualities not only established his reputation, but also painted a broader picture of what it means to live honorably in today's complex world. I then sat back and reflected on all that I had observed, recognizing that these qualities form a tapestry of admirable human behavior. The graceful integration of physical, mental, and emotional strength, tempered by deep empathy and abiding integrity, created a powerful example of respect. Each quality reinforced the others, culminating in a life that speaks continuously of honor, care, and authenticity. This profound blend inspires everyone who witnesses it, laying the groundwork for a more compassionate society built on mutual appreciation and genuine human connection every day. As I continued to observe the world, I noticed how society at large views the man who carries such respectful traits. In busy cafes and lively public squares, comments from onlookers and subtle nods of approval testified to the widespread recognition of his unique character. People from different walks of life allude to his presence, comparing it to a quiet beacon in overwhelming chaos. In local media and cultural discussions, his image becomes a symbol of integrity and calm strength, a counterpoint to the sometimes brash displays that dominate modern narratives. I found that his respectful nature challenges conventional stereotypes, inspiring others to reflect on their own lives. Passers-by seem to be drawn not to the flashiness of success, but to the gentle steadiness of his actions. In community conversations, elders recalled times when similar qualities were celebrated openly, a time when respect was earned through deeds, not ambition. Youthful onlookers, too, appeared inspired, understanding that the essence of genuine respect is deeply entwined with humility and the willingness to care for others. This diversity of perspectives paints a picture of a social landscape that values authenticity over pretense, depth over shallow appearances. While opinions differ, one common thread unites these diverse voices: a deep-seated admiration for a presence marked by quiet strength and genuine kindness. Observing these varied attitudes, I came to appreciate how respect lives beyond individual actions, becoming a cultural currency that enriches every interaction and community connection. In every snippet of conversation and every shared glance, there emerged a recognition that true respect is not manufactured. It is grown with time, nurtured by actions, and reflected in a myriad of everyday moments. I completed my observations, feeling that each interaction served as a small reminder that respect, though often subtle, remains the cornerstone of our shared humanity. Truly, in a surprising turn, I discovered that even the strongest exteriors can harbor moments of tenderness and vulnerability. It was during an unexpected encounter at a local community center that I witnessed a striking display of emotional depth. A man, known for his unwavering exterior, allowed his guard to drop momentarily while comforting a friend in distress. In that instance, his openness revealed an inner sensitivity that made his image even more powerful. It was a subtle yet profound reminder that true respect encompasses not just strength and decisiveness, but also the willingness to share one's softer side. This twist challenged the conventional notion that vulnerability diminishes character. Instead, it underscored how openly embracing one's emotions can add to the overall appeal. As I reflected on that moment, I understood that genuine respect is multifaceted, intertwining the courage to exhibit vulnerability with the resolve to remain steadfast in one's principles. In closing, my journey through the subtleties of respect has brought me to a deeper understanding of what it means to be truly admirable. I have come to see that the man every woman respects is not defined by flamboyant displays, but by a steady commitment to core values. His calm strength, sincere empathy, and unwavering integrity form a tapestry of character that endures beyond superficial appearances. As I reflect on all that I have observed, I realize that respect is a gift, cultivated through genuine actions and a tender acknowledgement of our shared humanity. Embracing authenticity means celebrating both our strengths and our vulnerabilities. This narrative is a reminder that every quiet act of kindness, every honest moment of reflection contributes to a legacy of lasting respect. In my continued journey, I will strive to embody these qualities, and I hope that others will be inspired to do the same. Let this story serve as an invitation to look deeply into the everyday moments that shape us, and to honor those who move through life with simplicity, grace, and an open heart. May we all learn to recognize and cultivate this quiet strength, forging a future of enduring respect.